Hello everyone, good afternoon, Assalamualaikum. Can you all hear us clearly? Okay.
Yes.
Alright, before we start off with the lecture for class 4, Dr. Rivani and myself will brief you about the assignment again. I presume that some of you have just registered and might miss the first few lectures and also the assignment presentation the other day, right? Yes.
All right. Okay. For those of you who have just registered, welcome to the course Research Methodology POL 500. For those of you who have registered before this, I hope you have listened to our first few lectures, which is a couple of lectures. Were, if you can, you miss them, you can access them through YouTube, and the links are actually in the eLearn platform, so you can click there. You can actually watch the lectures through the YouTube, right? And we have also recorded in the WebEx as well, right? So you can watch it through WebEx as well. We are doing a second briefing, like what Dr. Sas has just mentioned to you just now, because some of you have just registered. We started out with just 40 some students. Now we have 222, the last record we have, right? So we will go through the assignment again. We do not want to spend too much time on the assignment, because the assignment is a simple one, right? So we go through reading the statement, sentence by sentence.
Just clarify the groups.
Okay. You want to go through the groups, I think?
Yes.
Okay. So Dr. Sas will explain about the grouping, and then I will add and complement Dr. Sas points, discussion points.
Okay, for the assignment, you need to group into 3 to 5 members in a team. You can select your team members. Please select your team members. It can be from the same discipline or from other discipline out of your PhD studies or your master's project. So choose a topic, a research topic, and then talk about the SDGs in relation to the topic that you have chosen. Okay, so 3 to 5 members in a team. So quite clear, yeah?
All right. Remember, this is a separate project, a separate research project from your research, your PhD or your master's research, right? This is not the same. Although you can choose your own research to be shared with your team members, you can do that. But what we have in mind is for you to discuss with your team. This is also part of the practice of working in team. You work with your team to identify 1 or 2 sustainable development goals, and then develop a research around that sustainable development goal or goals, and that is the whole idea, yeah, to work to come up with your own research project based on research on sustainable development goals. Now, some of you have asked the question. I've seen different questions coming, emailed to me, whether you must have sustainable development goals in your research proposal, in your thesis. As a rule, as a general rule of thumb, you must have, but there are exceptions, and the exceptions must be discussed with your supervisor, right? Maybe certain fields like mathematics, when you talk about modeling and all that, and then it's not clear where the research, the sustainable development goals must be identified. That is there's something to be decided and discussed with your supervisor. In general, whenever you have your Viva later on, you will go through a list, and the list is the 17 goals of Sustainable Development Goals, right? And you will need to check which Sustainable Development Goals that you have met through your research, through your PhD or your master's, right? But please note that our research project that is for you to to submit to CenPRIS is a research project that's based on theme. So it is a research project that is separate or different from your PhD or master's thesis, right? It does not have to be the same. Chances are it's not the same, right? If you want to make it the same, it's fine too. But this is a separate one. It doesn't have to be the same, right? So that is, and you are requested to team up with two other members, so three altogether three. So we will open the session for any question. Something else there?
Just.
Yeah.
And in regards to your research proposal, please talk to your supervisors and also your schools, because the remaining 4 weeks, week 11 to week 14, will be conducted by your schools. So please talk to your supervisors and also your school regarding the proposal writing and proposal presentation. Okay?
Okay. The deadline of submission, as stated in our assignment instruction, is on week 12, right? So on the 12th week, which is Friday, you can submit it, but we will open it much earlier. If you want to submit earlier, you're much welcome to do so, right? And the criteria for evaluation is the structure, meaning the flow. Is it systematic or not? Is it, if it's done in a haphazard way, it's not organized, that's not good. It must be organized, it must be structured. Number two, relevance and quality of content. So the content must be relevant to sustainable development goals. And number three, the communication, how you communicate, how you present your ideas, how you present your arguments, right? So communication. And these are all actually very relevant to your Viva, to your PhD later on. And number four, creativity. Well, so we are giving you some space for you to be creative, to have fun, to put back joy into research, right? So you have that space too. So that will be part of the evaluation as well. So structure of flow, relevance, quality, communication, and the fourth one, creativity, right? So any questions you can pose to us, you can ask directly to us, right?
Good afternoon, Professor.
Go ahead.
I have a question, please. How can I access the USM library? Actually, I want to see some thesis there, the existing thesis there. So, if it is possible, you may please share the link with us.
Okay. Afterwards, Associate Professor Dr. Goh will be conducting a lecture on literature review. So you can ask Professor Goh, and she will tell you in further detail, much more detail on this one, right? On literature review and all that. So she should be presenting to you. So there are things that you can learn a lot from Professor Goh. Right? Very good question, very important question there.
Professor, you heard me.
What's that?
It's a judge. I asked you about the USM library link.
Yes. So Professor Goh will be discussing on USM library link. So
okay.
All right, or on literature review. So afterwards, yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
But by the way, you can also discuss with your supervisor on specific literature and all that. You can talk to your supervisor too. So we are conducting research methodology as a guide, basically. Okay. So, but Associate Professor Dr. Goh will be discussing the various aspects of literature review, including like literature search, library, and so forth, and so we can have some good discussion with her. Very good question. Later. She will be coming and be presenting later. Afterwards. She will be here.
We cannot hear you.
You gotta say that again. You will choose your own group. You have the autonomy, the freedom to choose your own group. You can choose the friends. If you have problem at the end, we will group you with others. So we are giving you the freedom to choose. But if you don't have team members, we will later on team you up with other people. So but we are giving you that chance to communicate with other friends in USM. You see the list here. You can talk to them. You can. It's best that you can start befriending and networking with your friends or potential friends. Go ahead.
If you log into WebEx Teams, I've already created a group via WebEx Teams. If you log in to that particular WebEx, there are students who are looking for group members. So you can join or create a group via WebEx Team and talk to your colleague, because it is a requirement for students to be able to work together in a group.
All right.
I didn't understand the name of the group. I didn't hear it well.
I did not understand the name of the group.
What is
Not understand. Sorry. The name of the group.
A book. Book.
And you can add me to this group, please.
You need to create your own group.
Yeah, you need to create.
Yes. Muhammad Taufik has provided the link to Teams WebEx.
You're a good man, Muhammad Taqif.
Okay.
Good thinking. So you will need to find. So for instance, you're Muhammad. You need to look for Mahmud, and then you need to look for Mustafa. Mahmud, Muhammad form one team. So that's how you can form the team. So Muhammad look for Mahmud, and then Mustafa is over there. Come, let's form a team, and that's how we form a team, right? So you can do that. So right. So go ahead.
Excuse me. The problem is how to find a group. Not because you mentioned that you have to find a group in my field. I'm struggling for 1 week to find a team group to work with them.
Okay.
If you give us, if you give us a chance to work with the other schools, for example, in management or in medicine or in the information technology or any group, it will be helpful for us. Thank you so much.
Good question. You can work with other students from other schools and other centers. You can. There's no problem. It doesn't have to be one field. You can go to other fields, to other schools. In fact, we really encourage you to do that. That's a good thing, right? See okay, welcome. The challenge is for online experience like this, because you're no longer in campus, right? So if you're on campus, you can meet different people and all that. So this, in a way, is like encouraging you. It's an encouragement you to actually network and befriend other people. But yes, you can go into other schools, other fields, and then you can link up with other people, right?
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Alaikum.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Kareem, Mubarak. Yeah.
Excuse me, just you said about we have to contact with our supervisor. Excuse me, can you explain this point again, because I cannot understand exactly what we have to speak with them.
Okay. You just go into your supervisor, ask the supervisor, you're my supervisor, so how are you going to evaluate me in research methodology? So different schools have different ways of evaluating you, different assignments for you. So it depends on which school or which center. The center will decide, and the supervisor will discuss with you. And if you have any questions with regards to your research proposal, actual research proposal, yeah, meaning your PhD or your master's research proposal, it is with your school and your supervisor that you need to communicate with, not to us, because we are a research center that we are conducting this research methodology class. But for your research proposal, it is with your school or your center and your supervisor, right? So talk to your supervisor, talk to your school, so they will give you the instruction, not us. So the school has autonomy, the school has the freedom to direct you, to coach you, to supervise you. So the school will teach you and to show you what you need to do for the research proposal, for the research proposal write up and research proposal presentation. So you will need to approach them. So the sooner you approach them, the better it is. Very important question. Very important question. Good question.
Good morning, all.
Good morning. Morning.
You hear me?
Yes.
Hear you loud and clear.
Ramadan Kareem for all.
Ramadan Kareem. Second day.
Most welcome. This is the first time for me, and I have a question here.
Yes.
What should we do in a group? Why should I be in a group? What should I? Yes.
Why should you be in a group?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The design of this research course is to.
Yes, everyone work for himself. It's better.
Oh, right, okay. So the course requirement is such that you are encouraged, you are asked to work in a team, as a group. That's part of the experience that we promote in USM, and then the experience that we want you to have in USM, that USM wants you to have, is the experience of not just individual learning but team learning. So team learning is an important part of the learning process in USM. So when you start to work in a team, when you start to synergize in a team, you will face problems, but through the problems, you will become a much better in terms of as a scholar. Yeah. So the science may just add something about the team. Anything else? So it is a challenge. It is a challenge for those of you who might find working in a team problematic. It is a challenge. So it is a good challenge, though. It's a good challenge.
Yes, could I hear?
Yes. Go ahead.
Now,
Yeah.
I think that we better set the particular session for this session at the end of our lecture. You know that, okay, it is almost 3 p.m. and shall we begin? And I think that I'm quite interested in the lecture content,
All right.
especially the review is
Yes.
very, very important, right?
Certainly important. You're right. I'm with you. I like that point.
And this session, we know that quite a lot of students and our schoolmates are a little, you know, that maybe worried about our
Literature
our
review.
assignment.
Okay.
And we have the specific session for this part of the discussion at the end of the lecture, okay?
Sure. Okay. Associate Professor Dr. Go will be presenting for the literature review. She is already in the room just now. She just left. So she will start at 3 o'clock. So we have another 9 minutes. Anyone who has any question about the assignment, you got another 9 minutes. 8 minutes now. 8 minutes, 7 minutes and 59 seconds. So,
Doctor, I have a question.
go ahead, please. Miss Saima Khan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to ask that our assignment for research methodology would be more or less like a research proposal, right? But with a focus on SDGs.
Exactly, precisely. On the
Okay.
point there, on the dot. You hit it right on the head there.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah. If there's no more question, we can start with Associate Professor Dr. Go, who is our resident expert in literature review.
No.
Right, so, inshallah,
My attendance.
you have some, anyone else has question? Go ahead, Mr. Hani Jibril. Good name there, very good name.
What is password for attendance?
POL 500.
POL 500. POL 500. Alright. Thank you. Right. Any more questions?
Doctor, if I want to work alone, can I? No.
No, the course requirement, the assignment requires you to work in a team, right? So, this is a time to you just come into USM. It's good time to get to know different people and to get into good quarrels, argue with people, fight a bit. That's good experience to have. So next time you want to argue with your supervisor, you know how to argue because you have fought in the group.
Oh.
Yeah, just enjoy the process. This is only 10-minute presentation you need to do, so something that just enjoy the learning process, working the team. Yeah. Okay, we have another 4 or 5 minutes. And anyone, if there's no more questions?
Yes. I didn't finish.
Then I finish. Okay. Anyone wants to sing any song? You can share. Do something. Is there anyone for finance? I'm for finance. I like finance. I like money. So I'm for finance. Mr. Adam, I like finance. Financial independence, that's one of the things I pursue in life. That's the doctor's. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, this is good. This is good. I see you're sharing it. I'm talking in a group. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. The management of finance. Okay, good. So financial accounting, international finance, what type of finance? All right. It looks like there's no more. Right. Okay. A bit of comic relief is good for the soul. Right? Laughter is the best medicine. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, what is the last date to submit assignment? Read the instruction. It is on the. You got to read the instruction. 12th week, Friday, the 12th week. So we purposely did not jot down the date so that you can look for the specific date on the 12th week, Friday, 5 p.m. Malaysian time. 12th week. This is what? This is the 4th week. This is the 4th week. You still have 8 weeks, right? So, love money, yes.
No, he said, do we have an example for this assignment?
Do we have an example? We do not have. You are the guinea pigs. So we do not have it. It's 10 minutes. Have fun, guys. Think of it's sustainable development goals. You can talk about poverty. You can talk about what is it? Climate change. Climate doesn't change. What Donald Trump thinks about climate change, right?
Education during COVID.
Education during COVID, right? Lack of education.
Business.
And how business make us all happy and free and right? Pizza. Right. Okay, it's 3 more minutes. I'm like gender inequality, right? Why is it we do not have men center? We have women center. We do not have men center. Why is that so? Right? Where is Men's Day? We have Men's Day or not? It's probably there is Men's Day. No, we don't have Men's Day. God, that's a discrimination. That we need reverse affirmative action, right? Men's Day, and Men's Center, Men Research Center. We need 4, on the men's. Okay, we have 2 more minutes. How to submit our teamwork video? Okay, good question then. Dr. Sas is
replying to the
Wah Jing Jing Jing. Alright, Men's Day 354. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right. That's true. That's true. I like the answer. Yeah, men like dominate so many days. The women ask for 1 day only. It's like, so this men dasar cowok ni. Huh? I agree. Men's 344 days. 300. That's true. Good point. Good. We will provide. Yeah. As far as submission is concerned, we will provide the portal, right?
I don't like that point. One more will be easy.
Yeah. Or we should create more days, right? Why should we have 354 days? We should have like more days. Let's change the number of days. We will create the portal. The thing is that it's important that the portal is stable. Otherwise, we'll go into a different dimension, the parallel universe. So we're creating a portal so that you can submit it easily. We will open up the portal soon. I think 1 or 2 days time. Right? By next week, the portal will open. I think we plan to have it by next week. So if we have it sooner, we will let you know, and then you can you can do complete your work and submit a little comedy on sustainable development goals. Okay, we are ready. 1 more minute to go. Question.
How to sign for this class?
Oh, sorry. Class.
No, private. It's private message.
Oh, private.
We
Okay.
just need to submit a video.
Yes. You just need to submit a video. You do not need to submit anything else. But if you want to send a cheesecake to us, we welcome it. Right? You can order it through secret recipe. It's kind of cheesecake together with your video. We'll be happy to have it. But it will be after Ramadan, after the fasting month. Right? 开斋戒完了之后，你可以给我们那个礼物，蛋糕，cheesecake 什么
Cheesecake.
？cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
Okay, cheesecake. Alright. Cheesecake. Yeah, we want cheesecake. Cheesecake and not that air cake and no air in between there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll pass the floor to the Honorable Associate Professor Dr. Goh, one of our very important senior colleagues in our research center. So, Dr. Goh, you want to sit here?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. See you again.
Boys and girls. Enjoy the class.
Enjoy the class. Ask silly questions to Dr. Goh, okay, so that you become the silly after that. Okay. Happy iftar for those who are fasting. Over here, another person is helping us here. Dr. Prachi is helping us. Okay, let me get it.
Can I have the keyboard? Oh yeah, later you need. Okay, but I prefer to control the PowerPoint slide myself.
Oh yeah, Prachi, I think
Okay.
just in case anything.
Hello.
Should I with the mouse on or take out the mouse?
Boleh kalau
No.
oh mas ini keren.
Boleh dengar kan?
Boleh.
Okay.
Prachi,
Okay, then I'll
put the
use.
streaming link there just in case so that you can start seeing.
Yeah. Hello. Okay. Hi everyone. Okay. Hello, good afternoon. Can you hear me? Oh, okay, yes, okay. Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Go from CenPRIS, Center for Policy Research and International Study. Okay, today I will cover with you literature review. So when you write a thesis or a research paper, you need to write a section on literature review. So what is literature review and how to prepare it? Okay, so first of all, can I get you to download? I've already uploaded my PowerPoint slide in eLearns. Did you find it? Did you find my PowerPoint slide on literature review? Yes, okay, yes, we did. Okay, very good, very good. All right, okay. Please download the PowerPoint, okay, so I can go through with you. We can go through, okay, and discuss, okay, discuss along during our lectures, okay. Please feel free to post your question, okay, in the chat group, yeah. Okay, so we go to our first slide, okay.
Should we share the slide?
Yes, share the slides, please. Thank you. No, PowerPoint.
The PowerPoint?
Yeah. Can you see that? Yeah. Yes, okay. So can we go next? Yeah. Okay. So our learning objective for today is, okay, what is a literature review? Why we need to do a literature review in a thesis? Okay. What are the essential skills and attitude for doing a literature review? How to search related reading material? It's just like your friend just asked just now. How to search papers in our library? Okay, so we'll cover that part. Okay, and what does a literature review look like? Now, next, okay.
I have the keyboard.
Yeah. Plus, I should have my animation coming in. I do have animation. Okay. But it didn't come in at the animation.
I just change your photo, your video to here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now you can control.
Okay. I should have an animation come in.
Oh, okay.
Okay. A literature review, okay, let's just see what is the definition for this literature review. A literature review is a survey of scholarly sources, okay, or a literature review is a survey of the academic papers on the topic that you have chosen for your thesis. That's important, okay, on the topic that you have chosen for your thesis. I'm sure by now, okay, you already choose one topic for your PhD thesis, okay, or for your master, okay. So right now you already have a topic in your mind. What is the topic you want to do, okay? And a literature review is a survey of all the articles, okay, related to your topic. Okay. So in this literature review, it is an overview of the current knowledge, okay, and it allows you to identify relevant theories, methodology, and gaps in the existing research. Now, okay, I'm sure you know what is theories. Okay, for example, I'm an economics. Okay. So in economics, we have a lot of theories. Yeah. Okay. So, for example, okay, the life cycle hypothesis is our economic theories. Okay, I'm sure in your field, okay, you do have your respective theories in your field. Okay, in management, in finance, okay, in education. Okay. And methodologies, okay, you know what is methodology? Methodology will refer to, okay, you are doing a secondary data, okay, or it's a time series data or panel data, okay, and etc. That's also called methodology. And gaps, okay, this is important, okay. So what is gaps? Because in your presentation for your research proposal, for example, your reviewer might ask you, okay, where is the gaps? Okay, where is the gaps in the literature? What is your contribution? Where is the gaps? Okay, so now let's just understand the meaning of what is gaps. Okay, gaps, it means is the missing pieces in the literature, okay? Or we can say it's an area that has not been explored or is under explored. All right, okay? So I repeat, gaps is the missing pieces in the literature, okay? An area which is under explored, okay, or have not been explored. Okay. It could be, okay, related to your population or the sample size, okay, the types or the location, okay. For example, okay, I'm doing a research on the impact of aging on economic growth, okay, but I couldn't find any research on of this topic in the case of Malaysia, okay. So then I could identify that is a gap in the literature on the impact of aging on economic growth. Okay, so now, so I might I'll focus on, okay, my topic might discuss, okay, what is the impact of aging on economic growth in the case of Malaysia, and that is my research topic. All right, okay. The gaps can be any weaknesses in the theory, okay. For example, okay, there's, when there's the theory built up with a lot of assumption, okay, and theory might not, okay, relevant to today's world, okay. So you can do that, okay. If you find there's a weaknesses in the theory, okay, you can propose a new theory, okay, in your thesis, okay, and that is the gap that you're contributing, okay. Or weaknesses in the methodology, okay. For example, okay, well, I've been doing a lot, okay, with my student, okay, we discuss, okay, what is the problems, okay, in the research, in the methodology in our time series analysis, okay. So we propose a new method or we improve the existing method, okay. And that we propose a new method. That is the gap that we are contributing. All right, okay. Any other research variable. Okay, that's what we mean gaps. Okay, these gaps is very, very important. Okay, this is the one. How you're going to contribute to the existing literature is based on you. Are you able to identify a gaps when you read the literature? All right. Next. Now, why literature review is important? Okay. Yeah, literature review. Now, for my student, okay, each time after I discuss, like any new postgraduate student coming, okay, we talk, okay, what's the topic you want to do? Okay, now after we agree with some topics, okay, then I will get my student to do the first thing. The first chapter I get my student to write on is literature review. Okay, I don't get my student to write the research objective, okay, or whatever, okay. We start with from the literature review. Okay, so why literature review is important? Number one, okay, we want to avoid reinventing the wheel. Okay, what do you mean reinventing the wheel? Sorry, this is a big jargon, okay. Reinventing the wheel meaning that, okay, there's already, in the literature, there are people already did that. And you try to do something, you try to duplicate the same thing. That is reinventing the wheel. Okay. In other words, that means you are not contributing to the literature. You are not finding a gap, okay, and you are not contributing to the literature. So it is very important once we identify a topic, okay, we have to do a literature review so that our topic is not something that is already people already do that. Second, okay, to give reader a critical overview of the existing knowledge and how other researchers approach on this topic. Okay. So a literature review, it gives the reader an overview. Okay. Now your examiner, next time, okay, your examiner, presuming that your examiner has no idea on what is the topic about. Okay. So your examiner is interested to know, okay, what is the existing literature, what is the existing paper that people have studied on the impact of aging in the case of on economic growth. Okay, so your literature review will give the examiner an idea, Okay, what is the existing knowledge? Okay, and how other researcher approach on this topic. Okay, the third, to find what is missing from the current knowledge. Okay, okay. When you give reader an overview, what is the existing knowledge? Okay, then you come in with, you discuss what is missing from the current knowledge and how your research address the gap or contribute, okay, in your thesis. Now this is important. Okay, so remember that. Okay, when you do a literature review, okay, you are, okay, you, besides you're not describing what other people doing. Okay, you are also identify the gap in the literature. Okay. And of course, lastly, okay, when you prepare a literature review, okay, when you can identify the gap, okay, you are also developing your own theoretical framework and methodology for your research. Okay, so can you see that? Okay, a literature review is extremely important. Okay, because it fulfill all the four main objectives. Okay, which we need to do in a research paper or a PhD thesis. Okay. Now.
Ini dulu.
Yeah. Tapi tak ada animation.
Oh.
I don't understand why. Actually, in my I sudah buat animation. Okay.
Oh, kejap tu. Saya.
You off it.
Yeah, saya stop sharing.
It's okay. It's okay. Where's all my animation? Because I will have one by one.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay lah. We continue.
Okay.
Nanti kita take a break then we will do.
Okay.
Okay. Well, sorry. Okay, some technical error. Okay. Now, there are 3 stages in producing a literature review. Okay. Now, this is a very overview idea. Okay, you can have 4 stages, you can have 5 stages. Okay, but stage number 1 is the literature search. Well, make it simple. Literature search means you search for paper. Stage number 1 is the first thing you want to look for. Okay, what other people have been doing on the topic that I propose. Okay, so stage number 1 is to do a paper search. We call it literature search. Okay, now for stage 1, okay, we need to we need to do a lot of using internet. Okay, we either use Google. We use a lot of Googles. Okay, in Malaysia, I use a lot of Googles in my research. Okay, yeah. So later I'll show you, okay, how to use Google Scholar to search related papers or relevant papers. Okay, now this paper can be published or not, or unpublished. Okay, all right. Now it can be mostly they are from electronic sources that you can find online. Now then, when you find enough papers, okay, which related to your topic, stage 2 is we have to read those papers with a purpose. Okay, we are not reading for the sake of reading, but you read with a purpose. And when you read, you abstract all the information. For example, what is the objective of this paper? What are the assumptions they make? What are the theories this paper used for? Okay, and what are the methodology? Or methodologies? Okay, the data and how they interpret their results. Okay, and any observation. Okay, how do you find this paper? Is it excellent paper? Okay, what are their weaknesses? Okay, is the interpretation of result correct? Okay, so these are the main things. Okay, that when you read the papers, okay, you have to find those important information. Okay, then stage 3. Okay, now after you do enough reading, okay, then you start to do your writing, okay, on the literature review. Got it? Okay. Now, next. Okay. Next. Okay. Now, so these are the 3 stages. Okay. Stage 1 is the literature search. Okay. Stage 2 is the literature review. Stage 2 and stage 3 is the literature review. So let me repeat. Stage 1, a literature search, is a systematic search of the accredited sources and resources. Okay, you identify published and unpublished papers which related to your topic. Okay, stage 2 and stage 3 are the literature review. Okay, these are the ones you started to analyze, you give critical evaluation, and you synthesize of the existing knowledge, okay, which relevant to your research topic. And in this stage 2 and 3, you are identify the gaps in the literature that you could be proposed. Now, next, okay, before you, let's just show in stage 1 how you do a literature search or paper search. Okay, now when you do a paper, before you do a paper search, you must have a topic in your mind. Okay, what is your PhD thesis about or your master thesis about? Okay, a topic. That's very, very important, because only if you have a topic, then you can start to do a literature search. You got it? Okay, then use your keywords to do the searching. Okay, now I propose, okay, a few of the sources which is good to do the literature search. Number 1, Google Scholar. Okay, number 2, you either can use a library catalog, the university library catalog. Now guys, see, this is the link to access our USM library. http www.lib.usm.my. Okay, you can try it later. Okay, I will show you. Okay, now in the library catalog, in the case of USM, okay, USM spend a lot of money to subscribe all these academic papers database. For example, Science Direct, Scopus, JSTOR, Taylor and Francis, and etc. Okay, every year we spend millions of ringgit. Okay, because these sources are very important. All these databases are very important for us to find related academic papers. Okay, and in each field, any field in social science, okay, we have special database to cater the interest of a special group. For example, in economics, okay, we have this EconLit. EconLit stands for economy literature. Okay, so in this database, I could find a lot of economics paper related, because I'm economics, I'm doing economic research. Okay, I can find a lot of economics papers related to my field. And I believe, okay, so do your business, okay, in your business, in education, okay, you might have your own database. Okay, so now the next thing, okay, next is I want to go to a Google Scholar.
Okay.
I want to show them. Okay, next I want to show you how to search paper in Google Scholar. Okay, today we do some literature search. Yeah. Okay, so let's just open our web. Okay. Yeah, go to internet. Internet. Let's go to internet. Okay. How about in China? Can you access Google Scholar? Yes. Okay. Google Scholar. Okay. So let me type. So once you come into this, okay.
Okay.
Maybe you can type for me. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. So when you go to Google, okay, just type Google Scholar. Okay. Now select Google Scholar. Okay. So this is the one that you type the keywords of your topic. the keywords of your topic. Okay, so I give an example. Okay, my topic is the impact of aging on economic growth. Okay, the impact of aging on economic growth. So my keywords is aging and economic growth. Okay, and I hit enter. Woo, see that? Okay, immediately, okay, Google Scholar will tell me, okay, what are the related paper in the existing literature. Now, the beauty of using Google Scholar in searching paper is, okay, now most of the paper, okay, they will provide in the Google Scholar. Okay, for example, okay, this paper, Population Aging and Economic Growth by D.E. Bloom. Okay, now take note, okay, this paper already cited by 355, meaning that, okay, this is quite a key paper in this literature. Aging and economic growth, okay, because, okay, this is already cited by 355 papers already, okay. And this paper, okay, if I want to read, okay, first of all, you read the abstract, okay, then you say, oh, this abstract is also, is related to my topic. It's talking about aging and economic growth, so I must read, okay. And how are you going to read the full paper? Now, okay, very interesting, okay. Now, you see that PDF, worldbank.org, so you just double click. Very slow. Sorry, our internet is very slow. See, okay, you found the full paper, okay, immediately from Google Scholar. Isn't it? It's very, very nice, very, very easy, right? Okay. So this is talking. This is a paper by David Bloom from World Bank. Okay. So now this tell you, okay, this link, okay, why you can find all these free paper online, because these are the international organization, World Bank, NBER, Harvard, okay, so they upload their paper online, okay, and you can access freely. Okay, now let's see this second example. There's a message. There's a message. He said, can you remove the picture?
Excuse me.
Okay. Now let's see the second example. Population aging and economic growth. Just now there's a message. Okay. Population aging and economic growth by Futagami and Nagajima. Okay. In Journal of Macroeconomics. Okay. We saw there is a message coming, but we discuss later. Okay. Now, this is a paper in a well-known economics journal, in the Journal of Macroeconomics. Okay. Now, because of okay, this paper is in the journal. Okay. Now, so this paper is not available for us to see freely. Okay, in Google Scholar. Then, but when you read the abstract, oh, okay, you found, okay, this is relevant to your topic, and you want to read the full paper. So what can you do? Okay, now you can try this. Okay, double click this title. Double click the titles. Okay. Now, so you find these are the information. Okay, these are the information of this paper. Okay. Okay, but you see, download is not available, so I cannot access the free paper for this. Okay. So there's no paper available. The full paper is not available in Google Scholar. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now, then it followed by the rest. Okay. The rest of the paper is all available. It's all available. See. Okay. You want to read Population Aging and Economic Growth in China. It is available. Okay, in harvard.edu. Okay. Now, this is a paper in economic, published in Economic Letters, a journal. Okay. But it is also available in unr.edu.
Sorry,
Yes. Yes?
sorry for interrupting you. Yes.
Yes?
If you can share it in the screen, it will be easier. يعني, we are from different culture, different language. يعني, we can't follow you like this, please. Sorry. But if you can share it with the screen, it will be better, please.
Huh? What is
The full screen now, it's not sharing with the full screen.
Oh,
The screen is black now.
Okay.
If you
You're not sharing. You're not
Yes,
sharing.
yes.
They don't see. You're not
Not sharing,
sharing.
yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Sharing is there.
Okay. Thank you. You have to go to
Thank you.
share. Yeah. You have to go to. You're not sharing this internet. Google Scholar.
We are sharing actually.
Huh?
Microsoft Edge.
But he said it is sharing. Oh yeah. Muhammad Tawfiq said it's sharing. I'm able to see the screen. Okay. Just now yeah, but some of your classmates say they can see the screen. It is shared. It could be due to his internet connection. Okay, it's sharing now. Okay. Yeah, it is sharing. Okay. I think is it due to your internet problem? Because other students they can see the Google Scholar. Can you see? Hello?
No, I can't see.
Yeah, you can. You can.
He shared no picture. I'm picture like you. He's sharing a remote picture. Just it must be in the screen. And also now it's also the picture is now. Is this a full screen? Not sharing.
Can you see this? Can you see this?
I see the no, just black.
Do you have Google? Can you access Google Scholar in your internet? Yeah, hello? Because other students they can see.
Yes, I follow you on Google now Scholar, and I put my dissertation title and follow your procedures and processes. But if it's shown on the screen, it should be easier. It's okay. Now, yes, now it's shown in your picture, the small picture, your face picture, but not in the full screen. It's just for me or for everybody. Please, my friend, you can share. You can speak another guy. If it's just my problem, I will pull down.
Brother, actually, we are sharing now.
I saw here Google Scholar screen.
Yes.
Google Scholar screen.
Okay,
Yes.
good. Okay. All right. Okay, so you can see now. Okay, that's good. Thank you. All right. Okay. Now, okay, do you find this useful? Using Google Scholar to find papers? Okay. Now, do you remember? Okay, each time when you found a papers, okay, each time when you found a full papers, okay, please use the reference list. Okay, please use the reference list, okay, to find other related papers. Okay, yeah, okay. Where is the reference list? No, okay. Now you see, in each paper there will be references. Okay, in each paper there will be a reference list, bibliography. Okay, so if this paper is doing a topic on the impact of aging on economic growth, okay, so in the reference list there must be a lot of references, okay, which is related to aging and economic growth. Okay, so use the reference list to search for other papers. All right. Okay. Now let me show you our library catalog. Okay, because just now there's also a question asked. Okay, where is our library catalog? Okay, now can go to okay. Now, let's just go to, okay, just type USM library, okay, catalog. Yeah, okay. So you can find this, okay. Our USM library catalog is http://www.lib.usm.my. Yes, okay. Now, this is a homepage, okay. In this homepage, okay, you can find, okay, now the resources, under resources, okay, you can find the database, okay. In this database, okay, we have all sorts of database, okay. Go and click, just go and explore, okay, what type of database we have in USM library cat. Okay, let's try. Okay, now these are the databases that we subscribe: Emerald, JSTOR, LawNet, okay, which may not relevant to us. Prof, unmute this student. Yeah, unmute this student. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Unmute. Yeah. Okay. Unmute the student. Okay. Prof, okay, and okay, Science Direct, Scopus, okay, Springer, Taylor and Francis, Wiley, okay. So these are the database that we subscribe, okay. And of course, okay, due to the subscription fees, okay, not all the papers published in all these databases are available. Okay, some are available, some are not. Okay, all right. Because due to the the license that when the library negotiate with the publishers. Okay, but it tell you, okay, but most of the paper are already available in all these databases. Now, next, okay. So please spend some time after this lecture. Please spend some time on looking at the resources what we have in USM library. Now, see, this is a thesis and dissertation. Remember, just now a student asked, okay, I want to follow the thesis, okay, and dissertation in USM library. Yes, okay, we do have that. Okay, so thesis and dissertation. Okay, we do have e-books. Okay, for some students, okay, you guys use a lot of book in doing a literature review. Okay, so we do have some e-books available in USM library. Now, next, okay, let's just go to this. Okay, now here, okay, these are the search engine. Okay, in our USM library. Okay, OPEX. Okay, OPEX is mainly to search for those books. Okay, we have a lot of hard copy books in our USM library. Okay, so this will be under OPEX. Okay, let's start. Okay, aging and economy growth. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Okay. So see, you can find two books are there. Okay, not many. Writing the books. Okay, the demography of innovation. Why demography is the key to innovation. Okay, it's not so related. Is this book is talking about demography and innovation. But this is related. The relationship between population aging and economic growth. Okay. So apparently this is a thesis. A master thesis in USM in 2017. All right. So this is the beauty of using a search engine. Okay. It helps us to identify. Okay, what are the related resources.
Beratap yang sebelumnya.
Sini.
Yang kiri itu tuh.
Huh?
Yang kirinya lebih.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Go back. I want to go back. I want to show the other search engine. Yeah, okay. Now, discovery, okay, or you can, if you use a discovery, this discovery will let you to search more. Most of the journal searching will use discovery. Again, same topic, aging and economic growth. Okay, our internet is very slow in this room because it's very isolated. Okay, so please bear with us. Okay, it's coming now. Okay, guys, can you see that? Okay, now the first topic. Okay, the impact of aging on economic growth. Okay, an empirical study from China. This is a academic paper. Okay, from this it's a conference. It's a paper presented in the conference. Okay, same thing. This one also aging population. Okay, education and economic growth. Okay, this is also a conference paper. Okay, so well you can read or you can decide not to read. This is the third one. Okay, the spatial and driving forces of population aging in China. Okay, so this is a topic. This is a topic which published in PLOS1. Is in a journal, in an academic journal. And can you see that PDF full text? If you once you see this icon PDF full text, it means the full text is available. You just go. What you need to do is because all your what is most important is you want to search a full text. Okay, just double click this. Okay, and they ask you to sign in. Okay, so you just click sign in. Okay, so a bit slow. Okay, but coming up now. Okay, so it asked me to sign in. So when you sign in now, then you might ask, hey, what username and password you need to use to sign in to for library catalog? Very simple. Use your same username and password for your accessing the email. Okay. Oh, I was not asked to. Okay, I was not asked to show.
You already logged into your account.
Yes. Okay. I was not asked to sign in just now because it's I already accessed it just now before the class lecture started. But for you, for the first time when you access all this search engine, they will ask you to sign in. Okay, I repeat, sign in using your username and password to access the library to access the email in USM. Only one username and password, no other username and password. Yeah. Okay. Now, that's it. We talked so much about the literature search. Any question? Any question? Can we go to the chat before we see any question?
Do you hear me, Doctora?
Yes. Okay. Yes. I can hear you. Any question? Yeah.
Okay, Doctora.
Yes.
I have a question. If we want to use the USM library catalog, should we have access or password to use them?
Sorry, I cannot hear you very well. Can you speak again?
To use the US library catalog, should we have access or password or username?
Oh yes. Okay, good. Okay, I got it. Okay, now this is the one that I tell you just now. The username as password, is the username and password that you access your email, USM email. Do you have a USM email? Yes, sign in with the student email and the password. Correct. Okay. Yeah, correct. Okay, correct. Ren Xiao already replied the answer. Correct. Okay. Sign in with your student email and password. All right. Thank you, Ren Xiao. And yeah, please try. After this lecture, please go and try. Okay. Once you've tried, then you know what's going on. Yeah. If you encounter any problem, okay, ask your supervisor. Okay, your supervisor is well versed about all this library search, library catalog search. Okay. All right. Okay. Any more question? All right. If there's no question, okay, let me go back to my PowerPoint?
Excuse me.
Yeah, okay.
Oh. So,
Yes, uh-huh.
going to get the material that are you going to get soft copy to lecture? Are we going to get the soft copy of the lecture?
Oh, yeah, the soft copy of this PowerPoint slide is already uploaded in eLearn. Yeah, it's in eLearn, week 4, week 12 to 18 April. Please go and check. Okay, now let's go
Hello,
back
Professor.
to my. Yes, yes.
Hello, Professor.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Sajad.
Hi, Ja.
Can you please provide us the detailed notes on how to find a gap? Because the literature you give us through the PPTs are not quite enough to understand the gap. Because the gaps are, as you told us earlier, there are different type of the gaps. Here you can find it through like practical gap, the literature gap, the methodological gap. So is there anything right now you can provide us to understand the gap in depth?
Uh, okay, all right, okay. I do not have I do not have any other resources right now to show you how to identify a gap. Okay. Now can we go back to my PowerPoint? Okay. Yes. Okay. Let's go back to my PowerPoint talking about the gap here. Okay. Earlier slide.
The gap.
Yeah, gap. Yes.
Right.
Okay. Now, okay. Now this is very. It is. We can define to you the gap is the missing pieces. Okay. That the literature has not identified. Okay. It's very difficult for us to tell you where is the gap because okay. That depends on your topic. Okay. You can discuss, okay, what you need to do is read enough papers, okay. Now, when you read enough papers, okay, and then discuss with your supervisor, okay, where is the gap, okay. After you do the reading, you still cannot find where is the gap, okay. Perhaps go back to your discuss with your supervisor, okay, because your supervisor to discuss a gap is, okay, the person that you discuss must be very familiar in the topic that you propose. Okay, so once
Professor,
yes.
excuse me, Professor, can we say the treatment of different variables, the variation of treatment of variables can be a gap?
Yes,
If we
yes.
use, okay.
You can, okay. But before that, you have to discuss why the variable that you propose is important.
Okay.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, thank you so much, Professor.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Now we can continue. Can we continue? Now let's just go to this. Sorry. Okay. Now when I search the USM library catalog, okay, not cat now it's catalog, okay, there is a webinar, okay, available in USM library. It's Research Made Easy, Searching Strategy for Beginners, okay, which is this is already available in YouTube, okay. Now for those who can access YouTube in your country, okay, know how to spend some time to watch this YouTube, okay. It's quite lengthy, okay. So in May you already discussed because this YouTube is present for those new student who join USM, okay. When for new student who join USM, we do have a face-to-face introduction how to use the library resources, okay. But since because of this COVID, most of you guys are you still stay back in your country, okay. So you are considered as off-campus students, okay. But I find this YouTube, you can watch this YouTube, and it should help you a lot, okay, on how to use our library resources, okay. Now, I have a question, okay. May I know, okay, if I get a library to arrange a 1 hour session to do a library search of papers, do you think it is useful? I repeat, okay. I just want to ask a short question. If I get a librarian to come here to give 1 hour's talk on how to do a search using our library resources, do you think it is useful? Okay, all right, okay, good, okay. I will do that, okay. I'll talk to the library, okay, and then this will be part of our 1 hour section in our research methodology class. Thank you. Now, next, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ini ada.
Bukan, next.
Next
Okay.
lagi.
Next, after you get enough papers, okay, 3 papers, 5 papers, 10 papers, okay. So we have to go back to stage 2, okay. We have to do the literature review. Okay, so when you read, okay, make sure you read with a purpose. Yeah, you are not reading, page 1 to page 10, but you read and abstract the important notes or the important information that you're looking for. Okay, then after you abstract it out, write it down. Write down what you have found. Okay, so let me show you, okay, when each paper you read, ask yourself, what question or the problem is the author addressing? What are the key concepts and how they define? What are the theories, models, and methodology? Okay. Number 4, what are the result and conclusion of the paper? Number 6, how does the paper relate to other paper in the field? Does it confirm or challenge more established knowledge? Number 7, how does the publication contribute to your understanding of the topic? What is the key insight and the argument? Lastly, what are the strengths and weaknesses of the existing research? Okay, lastly, when you talk about what are the weaknesses of the existing research, this is the gap that you are identifying. And that's the gap that you probably, because of the weaknesses of the existing research, so you are proposing something to improve the existing research. That is the gap. Okay? Now, next I give an example. Okay, this is an example. Sorry, cannot see fully. Okay, these are the example that I made. Okay, each time when we do a reading, okay, because when you read at a different time, okay, so after you do the reading, okay, the first paper you read in this week, okay, the second and third paper, because of the working commitment, okay, you read in the second week and third week. You might have forgot what you are reading in the first week. So I always encourage my student to write it down. Make a table. This is a table that you create for yourself, your notes. Okay, your notes is the table. Okay, so the first paper is I put down the research paper. Okay, I'm talking about OFDI from Malaysia. OFDI is outward direct investment from Malaysia. Okay, I have Ragaya and Tam. I have 2 papers. Okay, and then I discuss what are the methodology. Oh, they're mainly a survey. Okay, it's an exploratory, a case study and a survey. Okay, why they do a survey? You see, I make a note due to lack of secondary data. Okay, all right. Then what are the main findings? Okay, Malaysia firms invest abroad because new market, okay, government incentive, and high domestic labor costs. Okay, lastly, I make a comment. Okay, a debate controversial. Okay, it's only concerned on what is out there. Limited evidence on the cost and consequences of Malaysia or FDI. This is my remark on this after reading these 2 papers. Okay, so this note is important because later on it helped me when I write the full literature review. Got it? Okay, you can write anything in these notes here. Okay, not subjected only 4 columns. You have 5 columns, 6 columns. Okay. Up to you, because this is your own notes. Okay, it's only helped me to present to write the literature, the full section on literature review later. Now, so in sum, the skill needed to do a literature review is you must have the ability to search papers related to your research topic. Okay? Now, if you cannot find a paper, then you say, wow, I'm the first one who do on this topic. Okay? Maybe you are not, okay? But you cannot find related topic because you are lacking of searching skill. Okay? So if you cannot find a related paper, please talk to your supervisor immediately. Okay? Because again, your supervisor is the expert in the area that you are doing. Okay? Perhaps they can tell, they can show you, they can suggest to you some related papers. Okay? Second, reading and analyze papers on your topic. Thirdly, evaluate which which paper make a very big contribution, okay, to the existing literature in your topic. Then lastly, okay, write a very coherent, okay, of what you have found, you read, and you analyze. Okay. Now this writing part, okay, another is a big problem, okay, especially, okay, when you are writing English and English is not your mother language, okay, we found many students, okay, cannot do a good writing in literature review because, okay, of the language problems. Yeah. Okay. Now, may I know, is there any question? Is there any question before I go to the next section on the content of literature review? Any question? No question? No. Okay, good. Very good. Okay, now. No question. Okay, well, please explain. Oh, there's one question. Okay. Would you please explain how to use literature review for a secondary research? Oh, sorry. Okay, there is a question. Would you please explain how to use literature review for a secondary research? I don't understand. Yasmin Quasi Fazana. I don't understand. What do you mean? Use a literature review for a secondary research. I don't understand your question. I'm sorry. Can you make your question clearer? Okay. Well, Yasmin, you can think about it, how to make your question clearer, and then you can post your question later. If no question, let's just go to the next section. Okay. Let's just go to the next section. Now, how to outline your literature review? Thank you. Okay. How to outline your literature review structure? Okay. Now, after you read so many papers, okay. Now, before you start writing, okay, you have to think, okay, how should I organize, okay, the literature review? Okay. Now, there are 4 approaches, okay. Number 1 is chronological, thematic, methodological, or theoretical. Okay, let's just discuss each approach now. Okay, number 1, what is chronological? Okay, chronological is the arrangement of event by time. Okay, so if you have a good English, okay, chronological, it means the arrangement of event by time. Okay, I give an example chronological. Okay, what time I wake up this morning? Okay, 7 a.m. No. Since I wake up 7:30 a.m. Okay, I eat my breakfast. Okay, at 8 a.m. Okay, I drove to USM office. That means chronological arrangement of event by time. Okay, now the beauty of this approach, okay, this approach is easy, okay, because you can trace the development of the topic over time. Now, when we talk about a research topic, okay, it's not only you started or a few researchers start, okay. Perhaps this topic already been researched a long time ago, 100 years ago. Okay. Now, in economics, okay, we have a very well-known research, very old research topic, purchasing power parity. Okay. This topic is already more than 100 years, and people is still research on this purchasing power parity. Okay. So if you find your topic is your literature review need to organize in terms of chronological, so you have to use how the research have been evolved through times or over time. Okay, so you use a chronological approach. Okay, so you analyze the patterns, the turning point, the key debate. Okay, even though using this chronological approach. Okay, you give an interpretation of how and why certain development occur. Okay, so next I give an example. Okay, now I'm so sorry. Okay, because I'm economics. Okay, I could only show you some example of. I just want to show you example, but if you don't understand the content, it's okay. Yeah, okay. Because I don't expect a non-economist to understand the economics paper. Okay, but why I say this is a chronological literature review? Because I started from this author started from Louis 1983. Okay, now he discussed what is the Louis paper in 1983. Okay, then after that he discussed Lee et al 2000. Lee et al 2000. Okay, he showed what D has been researched on this particular topic. Okay, now after Lee et al 2000, next he discussed a later paper by Otto Cholera and Sai 2003. Okay, so this author started from a 1983 article, then he further to 2000 article, and then he further next to 2003 articles. Okay, so this is a chronological. He is using a chronological approach to write the literature review. Got it? Okay. Now, if your topic is not suitable using a chronological, okay, but next there's another approach, we call it thematic. Okay, thematic means you organize your literature review into subsection, okay, that address different aspects of the topic. Okay, for example, if you want to do a literature review about the inequality in the migrants' health outcomes, okay, the themes, your key themes may be the healthcare policy, the language barriers, the cultural, the legal status or economic access or etc. Okay, so thematic is a subsection, using a subsection approach. Okay, let me give you an example of a thematic approach. Okay, now this paper is about aging and saving. Okay, so this author, he using a thematic approach. Where is the thematic approach? You see, 2.1 subsection, yeah, 2.1, 2.2. 2.1 is cross-country study. Cross-country study means a panel data study. Okay, where he gathered all the papers which using a cross-country study, and then he discussed in 2.1, in section 2.1. Okay, 2.2, single country study. Single country study, that means it's a time series analysis. Okay, for example, Louis paper is discussing a country in the case of United States, USA. So this author arranged his literature review and put Louis paper under single country studies in subsection 2.2. Okay, this is also another method to arrange your literature review. Okay, you will find this method is very important. Okay, the third one, methodological. Methodological, that means if you draw your sources from different disciplines, you are comparing a different method, okay, a same topic, but then in the literature, people has been using various methodology to discuss, okay, about this topic. Take an example. Okay, now this is a research on the impact of aging on savings. Okay, so is it? Please read the first sentence. Most existing studies use panel data, general equivalent models, or survey data to examine the impact of population aging structure on saving, domestic investment, and the current account. Okay, so when you read the first sentence, you will notice that this researcher is going to use a methodological approach to discuss his literature review. Okay, and he finds this methodological approach is important. Perhaps the gap that he can identify in this literature is from the methodology. So that's why he used methodological approach in writing his literature review. And lastly, theoretical. Okay, a literature review is often, okay, we use a lot of theoretical framework. Okay, so some researchers, they can arrange their literature review based on different theoretical framework. For one research topic, they find different theoretical framework in this research topic. Okay, and this researcher want to use this approach in his literature review. Let's give an example. Okay, the Phillips curve. Okay, so he starts with Lipsey 1960. Lipsey 1960 was the first to offer a theoretical foundation. Okay. Then he elaborate what is the theoretical framework by Lipsey 1960. Okay. Then this author go next to Solo 1970 and Golden 1971. Discuss with some other theoretical framework, which called Solo-Gordon confirmation of the Phillips curve. Okay, so this author, okay, using a theoretical framework to illustrate the literature review related to his paper. One more example, okay, which used theoretical framework. Okay, now this is a topic on the effect of fiscal deficit on inflation. Okay, so this author used in this literature, okay, there are various theoretical framework. 2.11 by monetarist view, 2.12 by Keynesian views, 2.1.3 by fiscal theory of the price level. Okay, so this researcher illustrate different theoretical framework which available in the existing literature. Okay, all right. Now, next, okay. Now, after discuss what are the types of literature review, okay, one more short point, okay. This is in writing the literature review, there'll be a lot of, because you have referred to many papers, so there'll be a lot of citations, okay. So make sure you know how to do citation in your thesis, okay. In our academic publication, we have APA style, Harvard style. We have several styles, okay. But you can ask your supervisor what type of style that your school use, okay, in doing the citation. Now, lastly, okay, just a brief talk, okay, on what are the challenges in writing a literature review. Okay, now literature review, it seems simple. Most of people will say, this is very easy, right? Okay, you just read what other people do and then you just write it up. Okay, but we found some students, they have some problems, okay, in writing a good literature review. The number one is language, okay. So in USM, okay, all our theses are writing in English and some in Bahasa Malaysia. the Malay language, okay. But you are writing, if you are writing in English, you use English to write your thesis, okay. But English is not your mother language, okay. So you really have to put a lot of effort, okay. You have to put a lot of effort in to make sure you can write it very clearly. Okay. Now, I don't really encourage, okay. I have some students from China, okay, and they tell me they read the Chinese, okay, paper, the Chinese article, okay, and they are very ambitiously, they said they can translate them into English, okay. But when I read their literature review, when I read their writing, I found they couldn't write it well, okay. The English that they write to me is not English. Okay, the problem is because, okay, they are too ambitious. They read Chinese article and they aim to translate in English, okay, which is not easy. Translation is the difficult part, okay. Only if you have very, very powerful English, okay, then only you can do a translation well. If not, okay, if your English is only in beginner level, okay, I really encourage you to read English article. Read English papers, okay, and write in English, okay. That's number one. And secondly, okay, I want to show, okay, now in your writing, okay, because of English is a very difficult language. You have tenses, past tense, present tense, future tense, okay, and a lot of spelling, okay. Sometimes you cannot spell it correctly, okay. So please use some. Now we have to really thankful. Okay, there are a lot of research tools available in the internet. Okay, one of them is this Grammarly checker. Okay, please, I already give you the link. https://www.grammarly.com. Okay, now this is very useful. In fact, I'm using this Grammarly checker as well. So whatever I write, okay, in my email, okay, in Word, okay, the Grammarly checker will help me to check, okay, any sentences, okay, any grammar error they found, okay, and they'll propose to me, okay. If I do a spelling typo, they'll propose to me what is the correct spelling, okay. Sometimes they can propose to me, to some extent, they also propose to me the grammar, okay. Now I can accept. Sometimes, okay, what they propose may not something that what I want. I'll reject their proposal, their suggestion, okay. But I find what their suggestion is better than my original sentences, okay. I will accept it, okay. Please, okay, please try to explore, okay, this Grammarly checker, okay. And also, as adults learners, okay, or working adults, okay, I find some students, they cannot concentrate. They cannot concentrate because they are not studying full time. They study part time. They have their work, okay. So they cannot concentrate on the details of the text, okay. So please, okay. Now, even though a PhD thesis took 3 years, okay, three years goes very fast. Okay, most of students say, "How 3 years? First year they are very relaxed." Okay, well, I still have my second year, I still have my third year. And when they come to second year, they are a bit tense. Okay, so it's already in my second year, and I'm still stuck in my literature review. Okay, third year, then they found, I only finished 2 chapters. Okay, which I cannot graduate on time. Okay. Now these are the things that, and also sometimes come with family problems, career problems, and etc. Okay, so these are the things that we have to work on, when we work as a PhD thesis. Okay, I find, okay, as my experience when I studied my PhD in University of Melbourne, Australia. Okay, I conclude that, okay, when I complete my PhD, I find, okay, I'm not learning only the contents, okay, the topic, the particular topic that I research on, okay, but also how to solve problems, along the study of my PhD, okay. There are many problems arise, okay, but how to solve it. At the end of the day, whoever graduated from PhD is, okay, they are able to solve their problems, okay. Huh? It's not only the PhD thesis problem, it's not only the research problem, many other problems. Okay? Now, okay, I found there are a few questions. Let me get your question later. Okay, then we answer. Yeah, we answer it later. Okay. Lastly, okay, my conclusion. Okay, a well-written literature review is very important because it convinces the reader the researcher is very well versed and knowledgeable about the problems area, has done enough groundwork in conducting the research until its completion. Okay. Now, please bear in mind. Okay, when in USM, okay, all the PhD students they had to go for a viva session. In this viva session, we already can tell. Okay, on how you reply the examiner question, we can tell these students, okay, has done enough groundwork. This student knows the literature very well because our examiner will ask you any question, okay, which they found from your thesis, okay. So you must, if you grasp your literature, if you do a very good foundation in your literature review, you know your literature very well, you are never worried what type of question that the reviewer asks you. And the examiner asks you, okay, and examiner will really want to find out where is your contribution, okay. So the contribution is the gaps that you found, okay. So then how can you tell your gaps very confidently? Is if you do a literature review, you do a very good literature review, okay. All right, okay. And lastly, I do have some textbook, a book to know if you want to know more about literature review, but I don't think you have time to read the book, okay. But I do show you some Facebook, okay. So in some videos in YouTube, okay, how to write a literature review, tips on how to write literature review fast. Okay, so you can go and watch all these YouTubes, okay. Now, let me go and take some question that's posed in the chat, okay?
Not much question.
Okay, what is that? Okay, Professor, can we use more than one approach at one time? For example, using the thematic and chronological at the same time? Yes, you can. You can. Yeah. Please, and anyway, okay, when you write any approach, okay, you please send to your supervisor. After you finish your first draft of literature, send to your supervisor, okay? Get your comments from your supervisor because, again, your supervisor will be the closer one to comment on your literature, okay? And then your supervisor can tell you whether is your approach appropriate or not. Which one is more authority? Well, I don't understand this question. What do you mean authority? Okay, you mean which approach is more powerful? No, there's no powerful approach. It depends on how you organize it. Okay. Yes, I suppose we can if we organize them into a proper system. Cheng answer. I agree. Cheng answer. Yeah. Okay. Next, what is the difference between methodology and theory? Oh, okay. All right. Now, theory. Okay, we start with theory. Theory is okay. As academician has used some model to explain some phenomenon. Okay. So theory will comprise an assumption. When this academician build the model, they have imposed some assumption. Okay. So that is theory. Okay. Methodology is okay how we carry out to test this theory. For example, okay, when we say sorry, again I have to use an economy example. Okay, when you say life cycle hypothesis, okay, life cycle hypothesis, okay, we'll talk about okay how our saving change over time. Okay, so this is a theory. Okay, this economics propose a theory. Okay, so he's proposing that our saving is we will have positive saving while we work. And negative saving when we are young or we retired. Okay, so next, okay, economics would like to test, well, is this theory correct? So we use different methodology to test the theory. That's the difference between methodology and theory. Okay, next. Okay, no more question. Dear Professor, could you recommend a website to sorry, let me finish the last one. Could you recommend a website to generate the citation automatically? Now, generate a citation automatically. Okay, we do have endnotes. Okay, in my understanding, okay, I don't do that. Okay, I really do my citation manually. Okay, but in the thesis, in my PhD thesis, yes, when I studied in Melbourne, okay, I use endnotes to generate my citation. Okay, and our library, USM library, has workshop on endnotes. Okay, our USM library very active. They always propose many workshops. So please watch out in your email. In your email that so each time if they have you find some workshop which is related to your thesis and useful, please join. Okay, endnotes. Please write down endnotes. ENDNOTE. Endnotes. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Mendeley. Mendeley also. We
Oh,
can also use
Mendeley. Okay.
Mendeley.
Okay, Mendeley. Okay, I don't know Mendeley. Okay, but yeah. What does it mean by cannot concentrate on the details of the text? Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, Li Ying. Li Ying, your question. Okay. What do you mean cannot concentrate on the details of the text? Okay. Now, some papers, they are very academic papers. Now, when we talk about academic papers, it range different. From some can go very general. They can use very simple English to discuss their research problems. But some researchers, they use very, very academic terms to discuss the economic problems. Okay, if in economics, economics paper, okay, we can, some researcher can use very mathematics, okay, a lot of algebra, a lot of maths to solve the problems, to solve a research problems. Okay, so now if you are not equipped of that, okay, equipped of mathematic knowledge, okay, you might not able to follow, okay, or you might not able to follow because you have a lot of problems in your work, in your office, okay, so that's why you cannot concentrate the details. That's what I mean. Okay. Lastly, what does it mean? Okay, no, next. Okay, thank you. Okay. Which citation format does USM accept? MLA or APA or any other format?
So APA.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I'm very bad in that. What type of format we accept? Okay, my understanding is we use APA. Okay, but please talk to your supervisor. I do not know how about other school, because you guys come from, education and etc. Okay, so please ask your supervisor. But at this moment, this style, is still not very important. Okay, methodology and theory, I have discussed that. Okay. Which book will you recommend to us on the research methodology? Okay. Now, to prepare. Yeah, see, guys, this is my first time I teach a research methodology class. Okay. So I actually I read a few books on research methodology. Okay. Well, I find, okay, Haijan, are you from business? What is your area? Haijan? Haijan. No, we cannot hear from Haijan. Haijan, if you're from business school, okay, I find there's one book is very useful, okay, but I cannot remember the title. Okay, Haijiang, Haijiang, can you email me? Can you email me can you email to me? Can you send me an email so that I can tell you the book title that I find very useful? That book is for management, if you are from business and management. Okay, but I don't know about education, etc. Okay, I'm least familiar with education, okay. To you, yeah. Okay, my email address, okay. Okay, my email address. All right, okay. So my email address is so@gmail.com. Thank you. Okay. Come next.
Next question.
I have a question that I have attended class 2. Why it's show upgraded section? I don't understand. Sorry, I don't understand what is upgraded. I have a question. Okay, next. Above the slide, do you have any other slide I can read there? No. I think the slide that I discussed already. The same question. What's the difference between methodology and theory? Okay, I discussed just now. Okay, theory is what the model. Okay, with a lot of assumption. Okay, and what they predict of an issue arise. Okay, methodology is we use some approach to test the theory and to see whether this theory is valid or not. Okay, so this is the difference between theory and methodology. Okay, can I use two theory in my research? Please discuss with your supervisor. Okay, I really do not know what is your topic about. Okay, is every type better for some field more than other? I don't understand this question. Is every type better than? Okay, last one. How many words or page should literature review should have? Well, there's no rules telling you how many pages for good literature review. A good literature review, we look at your content. We look at your language, the English that you present. Okay, how can you present your literature review well? So number of words doesn't matter, or number of pages doesn't matter. Okay. Is every type better for some field? Can you say, I don't understand this question? I don't understand this question. Okay, hyphen, and then. Yeah, I don't understand the question. Which aspect of research should a theory support? Oh, next, which aspect of research should the theory support? Okay. What? Again, I don't understand this question. What type of theory you are referring to, and what is your field? I do not know. So I can't answer your question. Education. Si Hang Zhang. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Starter. Okay. Can you to me? Okay. Dear Prof, when we cite other scholar works, can we copy some sentences from their abstract? Okay. Jiang Xiaoming asked a very, very good question, a very practical question. Can we copy some sentences from their abstract? Okay. Okay. Now in thesis, okay, when we copy some sentences, from other papers, okay, we will conclude that is plagiarism. Okay, plagiarism, okay, and we have to try to reduce all these copying sentences from other paper. Okay, because in USM, okay, before when you complete your thesis, okay, and before you submit for external examiner to vet, okay, your thesis will go. IPS will assess your thesis, okay, using a software. Okay, we call it Turn It In. Okay. So in this software, okay, once we pump in your full copy of your thesis, then this Turn It In software will tell us, oh, how many percent of similarities? That means similarities meaning that you either can be you copy the full sentences from other people, okay? In USM, we only allow a very minimum percentage of similarities. Okay, for this one, if you have 50%, if this software turn it in say you have 50% of similarity, sorry, okay, your supervisor tell you have to go back and reword. Okay, what are the sentences that you copy from other papers? Okay, so again, discuss this. This is a very, very important part. Okay, you should start from now. Talk to your supervisor. Okay, how should I reduce these plagiarisms? Okay, how should I reword some of the sentences? Okay, your supervisor have to advise to you. You have to start from now in your first year. Okay, how should I avoid copy and paste? How should I reword some sentences, which I find the idea is fantastic. How should I reword them and make it into my own sentence? Okay, how can I contact to you if I need any help? This is okay because I can't. Okay, Hussein, I cannot help you to identify the gap. Okay, because I'm not from your, as I say, okay, only a person who is familiar in the literature, existing literature, then they can discuss with you the gap, okay? And if I'm not in your same research area, I cannot help you, okay? I cannot help you because talking about education, talking about business, which is not my field, okay? And I can't help. The only person who can help you to identify the gap, okay, your methodology, your problem statement is your supervisor. Hussein, please discuss with your supervisor. Okay, so that's why in USM, okay, in any other university, supervisor is your most close person in this world when you're doing a PhD. Okay, they are most as important, as the other partner. Okay, like your wife, your husband. Okay, all right. Okay, so you have to work very well with your supervisor. Right, thank you. This was hello. I don't know. I have to see that later. Hello, Professor. I've checked out my title. Where are there any quantitative research related courses? Not qualitative research courses. No. We have quantitative and qualitative. You mean okay? Zhang Ling Xiu. You mean? Do you mean in our topic, the topic for our research methodology class? Can I hear from Chang Ling Xiu? Chang? No. Chang is not around. Okay, Chang. In our research methodology course, okay, we do have our topic do comprise of quantitative and qualitative. Okay, I remember that we have that. Okay, so Chang, you perhaps I need your further explanation, further clarification on your question. Okay, can you write it down, Chang? Please explain further your question. Okay, is appetite better for some field more than I don't understand this question. Okay. He called the cost of research methodology for research provider. Please contact a supervisor. So I wondered, please provide a further explanation on your question. Okay, for research proposal and research proposal presentation, please contact a supervisor. So I wonder whether I need to submit my research proposal and research proposal presentation at the end of the for your research proposal and research yes, okay, you have to contact your supervisor regarding the research proposal and research presentation. Yes, please contact Liu Hui Li. Okay, do I need to submit my research proposal and presentation for my supervisor? Yes, please do that with your supervisor. Prof, can I change the topic of my research proposal that I submitted when I applied to school after I'm doing some literature review? please talk to your supervisor. Okay, huh? Yeah, with my student, okay, I actually change the, after I meet them, okay, after I get their letter of registration, we talk, we using WeChat, for China, we have to use WeChat, okay. Well, we talk, the first thing we talk is your topic, okay, your topic, okay. So I might do some adjustment with the topic, okay, or I took their proposed topic absolutely, okay. So it's between you and your supervisor. So I can't tell you yes or no, okay. Okay, discuss with your supervisor. I mean, in education school, which type most better for it? I have no idea. Okay, by Sundos Mustafa, you say you are in education school, which type most better? I don't know what type. Okay, but then I have no idea. I have no idea about education school. Okay, I really don't want to give an answer. Because it's not my area. USM use 30 in. Correct, yes. Okay. The literature review participate in the weight check rate. I don't understand your question. What do you mean participate in the weight check rate? Okay. Copy and say I don't understand the question. Okay. We should paraphrase the sentence correct. Okay. If I only generate ideas from other research work and write them in my own way, should I cite those articles as well? Okay, Yasmin Kwazi Fazana. Yasmin asked a very good question. If I only generate ideas from other research work and write them in my own way, okay, yes, okay, if you think your idea still has some similarity from other research work, you should cite. It is better you cite other papers than you don't cite. Because, okay, if your examiner found it, hey, this important idea is from some very well-known established papers in your field, and you don't cite it, okay, your examiner might accuse you cheating. So it is better cite than not to cite, okay? Doctor, which aspect of research should a theory support by this being? Generally speaking, the choice of method should support by theory. Like, I have no idea. I have no idea. Simon Han. Okay, I have no idea what is your topic. Constructive predominant. Okay, versus qualitative approach. Sorry. As an economics, I don't understand all this concept. Yeah, okay. Hello, Dr. Go. Regarding our research proposal assignment, it only contains chapter 1 to 3. It doesn't contain chapter 4 to 5. Also, how can we use USM 30 to check parallelism? Okay, now USM. Okay, I only can answer your last one. USM Turnitin. We have not make it available for students. Okay, but each school has a Turnitin. Can access Turnitin. So what you need to do is again contact your supervisor. Okay, your supervisor can help you to give to the person in charge to check Turnitin. But I understand what you mean. Sometimes you want to check many times as possible. You want to check 10 times, because you have 10 drafts. You want to use Turnitin to check 10 times. Okay. Then how should you do that? Okay. Then I would say it depends on your supervisor. If your supervisor is very kind enough, they can help you to submit it 10 times to Turnitin. Okay. I checked this software is not cheap, yeah, okay. So we cannot, because of this license problem, we cannot offer to every student. We cannot afford simply because we cannot afford. But one thing, okay, please try Grammarly. Grammarly also can help to check plagiarism. Okay, Grammarly, can you type Grammarly? Grammarly check also can help plagiarism. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, use different software. Okay, and talk to a supervisor. Okay, you get. You know, if my student come and say, "Oh, Dr. Go, I'm not too sure. You know, is this sentence how many % of plagiarism have done? You know, after a chapter on literature review," I'm more than happy to help him to pump it in, turn it in, and you know, okay, because I always emphasize to my student, do it right from in the beginning. Okay, don't do it. Don't do the rewording at the end of the end of thesis. Okay, too late. Could you recommend some website to generate references after endnotes? Okay, endnotes. Okay. Can you explain the Phillips curve? No. Okay, you know, we'll get everybody else boring. Okay, no. You must be an economic student, yeah? Okay. Yeah, I think that's all. Google Scholar can cite in upper style, APA style. I don't know. In Google Scholar, any articles are available in Google Scholar, so any style are there. Many style. All right. Okay. If there's, I'm not sure. Okay.
May I stop?
Yeah.
Stop
Stop this sharing. Okay. I'm not sure. Yeah, we can go to this. Okay. We can. I'm not sure how many percentage. How much I have answer you. Okay. I'm sorry because due to my limit, when my field is in economics, I really cannot across other fields. Okay, talking about your research methodology, identify your gaps and this stuff. I can't help. I can't help on that. Okay, so only your supervisor can do. Okay, I can help if you are an economics student. Okay, all right. But and yet also usually we try not to intervene too much for other students' work because we are also worried about the conflict between the supervisor. Okay, sometimes different people, different views. Okay. Last one. To whom should we present our proposal? Okay, Muhammad Shafiq asked the last question. To whom shall we present our proposal? Maybe it depends on your school, okay? Sometimes maybe your school will get your supervisor, okay, to evaluate your proposal, okay? So that all depends. That when you go to week 11, when you meet your school, okay, and your supervisor, okay, they were able to brief you clearly, okay, on this matter, yeah. All right, okay. Now, is there any more question? Is there any more question? Okay. Well, you guys been very active. You asked a lot of question. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. But have you? Okay. My last question to you is: have you contacted your supervisor? Every one of you. Have you start communicate with your supervisor? Very good, very good. Okay. Have you decided? Not yet. Okay, someone said not yet. Okay, please do it now. Okay, please do it now. All right. Okay. Is there any handbook for in-text citation? Yes, we do have a handbook. Okay, but nowadays don't need to use handbook. A lot of information available in Google. Okay, just go to Google, APA style, MRA style, Harvard style. Okay, they are all the information are there. Okay, no need to refer to hard copy. Okay, next, after you communicate with your supervisor, okay, the next most important thing is, have you decide a topic with your supervisor? Yeah, okay, now this is very important. Yes, but the supervisor didn't reply. Okay, all right. If the supervisor didn't reply, write to him again. Chase them. Okay, now, so if by now, if you have decided a topic, okay, that is very good. Then you can start to do literature review. Yeah, search articles, okay, which is Very crucial. The sooner you start, okay, the sooner you can finish off your. She asked me to do literature review first. Correct, okay? The same thing as I do for my student. We start from literature review. Yeah, okay. Then you must have Christina Young. You must already have a topic with your supervisor. Okay, good. Christina Young is already on the right track. Okay, She must have already a topic, and her supervisor already told her, do your literature review first. Okay, haven't decided my topic. How do we conduct our proposal presentation for the subject as different chapter, different lecturer? No, your proposal presentation is with the school, with your school. Okay, and your respective school will make a proper arrangement, perhaps your supervisor coming in, okay? Not with us, okay? We do not evaluate CenPRIS, Center for Policy Research and International Studies, do not evaluate your proposal presentation, okay? We only give you a very short essay, and this essay is just want to test you, do you understand research methodology class or not? That's all. You spoke well, madam. It was a very good lecture. Okay, thank you. All right. If there's no question, you guys can leave now. If you still have some question, well, I'm happy to stay with you, and then we can discuss further. Okay. No. Okay. No. Okay. Right. If you have no question, you can leave now. You can leave the meeting now. Okay. No, not only assignment. I mean, anything about your this literature review. Okay. If no question, you can leave now. If you have question, you can stay back. I can discuss with you a few more minutes. Thank you, Saslina. Thank you. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks. And thank you. Thank you for help. It's very helpful. When I do it alone, I really have to talk and then talk. I find it's very useful to have someone to help me to reply. Thanks a lot. Because I do have an undergraduate class.